No, 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 no. Do, 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 do. Heavily augmented. Granted request has a chance to grant you a defiled augment rune. Actually, no, that's not that bad. It'll give us a chance to restock all the stuff that I had blew hell of money on. It's each state node's first active, you can return the broken sword to complete a quest that grants you a free seal of broken faith. Yeah, that's not bad either. A free roll of false hope. But I'll go for the command center. Because, yeah, it's better. Okay. Alright, what kind of monotonous shit you got me doing today? Complete 12 quests on the Broken Isles. In my life, I have witnessed many visions. Some, it's like Optimus Prime, some have filled me with hope, others with despair. Oh well, anyway. So I'll get that shit done eventually. Is it like World Quest Week 2? If it is, it'd be sweet. But it ain't. Battle rounds. I could try out Warsong Scramble. Huh. See, that's that. Okay. Alright, now I got some stuff. Oh. Ooh, 1 hour and 26 minutes, so I'm not going to do shit this time. For now, at least. I do need to restock all the materials that I blew on the Mage Tower, though. That I did not complete, by the way, which, kind of a bummer. Oh, well, anyway. This is a super late morning show. It's not even morning anymore. It's 20 minutes till the afternoon, but oh well. Oh, I need to change all my buttons back. Okay, so okay, everything's all unaligned and shit. Okay, so I'll do that. That doesn't need to be there. I'm gonna put that back here. I'm gonna take that out, put that here, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I need to mess with again. All right. And today's thing, oh yeah, it's reset. So I got a box of disappointment to open up. There's a Zuna Assault, which I should, yeah, I should do it. I'm like low on shards, and I gotta prepare for the next round of failing. Round of failing and death. Damn, it's such a bummer. I'm very upset that I couldn't complete the Mage Tower this week. Alright, come on, big money. Come on, big money. A cave? Ugh. It's not really any good. Okay, it's a 905 that I got. Haste Burst. But this is Crit Mastery. I don't know if I want Crit Mastery. I don't know. It says you, Harold. Anyway, what's up, dude? What's up to everyone else who's just joining in? I know that I'm doing this like super late, but I had a pretty busy morning. To be honest, I just had a rough couple days, so most of it was spent offline, and you know, I was doing some WoW. You know, I was on WoW. I just wasn't really doing much. Nothing that was really stream worthy, or if anything, I'd rather not display my humiliation live, because I was doing so many Mage Tower attempts and failing. Like, you know, I failed all of them. The closest I got was to 4%, and that really upset me. So that's what kept me going. I'm like, oh, don't stop. I might get it this time. And yeah, it was a disappointing couple days. But I'm back. I'm here. I'm licking my wounds at this point. Kill Trilliax for a heroic thing. I don't know if I want to go as far as doing an LFR. But who knows? I might change my mind. Alright, let's do this. That's cool, Harold. Yeah, like this is not when I stream normally. Like usually I have a morning show that goes on 11, 10, 9, like maybe 3 hours prior to this. So, and obviously, well, yeah, and it's a little bit later over there. Um, yeah, usually it's like way earlier or it's way later. Like I'm gonna be streaming tonight's raid, and you might be like at work or something like that. It sounds like you're over at the EU. So I'm happy that you're able to finally catch me and say what's up. I appreciate that. That's cool, man. All right, let's see. What am I checking out? Oh, I don't even have soldiers out. This is what I get. I was like out and about doing some errands this morning when I should have at least queued up training dudes like a smart person. Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's not bad. Increases chance of success. Because I know I haven't even. I think all but one of my champions right now is like all maxed out. But I don't think. I don't think they're all like equipped with stuff. So I'll take a look at. I guess I'll just take a look at them later. That person has something. That person does. That person does. That person doesn't. Yeah. So there's a couple people that don't have they shit together yet. Alright, so I completed my bag of disappointment. Let me get rid of some of this shit. I can't. None of it's sellable. Typical. Typical. Alright. Teaming, quaking. I forgot what quaking is. I know that's one of the new ones. I know what the Netherlands is, dude. I've never been there, but I know what it is. Alright, so what am I getting rid of? Okay, you know what? I know I need to make some food. I need to buy a ton of potions. I need to send Mary a bunch of mats so we can make potions. What am I selling again? I'm selling like shitty equipment stuff. I don't want that. And I don't want that. I'll hold on to that. That sucks. Don't need that no more. Okay, that I keep. I think this one I might keep for now. Oh, artifact power. Hey, I still got some shit. Oh, that's right. Damn. What did I do? Fucking idiot. So I should have remembered that my artifact research notes is gonna pop open in an hour and 20 minutes. I could have just waited like a little bit longer so I can open up my box of disappointment and at the very least get a good deal more artifact power. Son of a bitch. Oh well. Eh. that's how it goes. That's ignorance for you. So anyway, for those that are popping in, hopefully you folks have had a good weekend. Whether it's WoW or real life, hopefully your life events have been treating you kindly. Mine have not, actually. I'm having a shitty. Well, okay, it's not that shitty. It's fairly shitty. Freaking my car got hit. It kind of got a side swipe, like right in front of my house. It was just parked, and I was just chilling at home for most of the day, and my niece and nephew, they walk in, they're all like, "Hey, Uncle Soul, like, did you know about your car?" I'm like, "Why? What about the car?" And they're like, and my sister, yeah, she lives with me. She's like, "Holy shit, you didn't notice?" I'm like, "No, notice what?" She's like, "Dude, your car got hit." I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Go outside, and the driver's side door got hit. I can't even open the door. I gotta climb in from the side to get in. I was upset, dude. I am upset. It sucks. It's poop. And I was really hoping that I would get the mage tower down, and I didn't. Ah! So many things were like going wrong in the hundreds of attempts that I made. I must have made like almost 200 attempts on that shit. And I failed. I failed you. I failed myself. And I'll never forgive myself until the next time when I finally do get this thing down. I don't know, like Shad, my co-tank, he was like, "Dude, like just wait until the raid comes out, man. Wait until I'm like, "No, but I know I can get this, man." I don't know if I have the 4% attempt in, but part of me was like, okay, maybe I'll make a guide based out of that so I can at least share my thoughts and my strategies and what I do, but it just doesn't feel right without getting a kill. I want to get a kill. Otherwise, it's a waste. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do it just because. Well, what else am I gonna do? I do have some other stuff. I do have a short series that I'm gonna do. Hopefully this week. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be that hard. I wrote like an outline, and it's gonna be mostly on that whole thing about time walking raids and how they're going to have based on the QA, it looks like Blizzard's going to choose one lucky raid per expansion to become the time walking raid this is going to represent. So I'm just going to do a quick showcase of like the major raids, and just do a quick tour, a few snippets and facts, and so what some of the players' thoughts were at the time, and from there, like folks can just enjoy the visual show, and just kind of go back and see what it was like and find out for themselves. Hey, you know what? Maybe this would be a good time walking raid, or no, this is total shit. So. You're the weird one if you don't have it yet. Damn, demanding. Well, there are a lot of folks on my team that do in fact have the challenge completed. Like, and they were able to do it like pretty easily. Like they have like high 800s, 900, high 800s, low 900 gear, and they're able to get the challenge down. These are some of my more exceptional folks, but yeah, they were able to get it down without too much trouble. Excuse me, but of course, some people are like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother. It's a waste of time. Blah blah blah. In hindsight, I guess I should be the same way. I'm not like the most skilled prop paladin on the planet. Especially after seeing some footage of some folks that can get it down in like 900 gear with unoptimized stuff, and like just watching them do it, I'm like, oh man, they make it look so easy. Oh man, and I make it look so hard. I on Preacher's team. That's right. Preacher still. Well, I recall Preacher. He still does mythic stuff. I haven't watched him in a while. I know he's not doing. He was with Method for a little while, right? Something like that. So, okay, yeah, you're right. But still, man, that's I'm still gonna keep trying it. I think at this point I'm just like super stubborn about it. Like every time the mage towers up, I'm a little bit stronger. I have a teeny bit more gear and all that, and just the fact that I got it down to 4%, and I kind of fat fingered, and that's what got me the loss. I'm like, no, I can't. I know I can do it. It's just the stars haven't been aligned, and otherwise I'm just not. I just haven't been on my A game. The other part of my weekend is that I got a migraine headache. Here's the story on this one. Fucking shit, dude. Like so I get migraines, and oh, you killed Blue Dan. Very nice, dude. Very nice. Um, I get migraine headaches, and the kind of migraine headaches that I get are the kind that potentially put you in the hospital. Like I become immobilized. Like I can't do anything. I can't see. I can't talk. I can't listen to anything. It's like that kind of bad, and I have to manage it with meds whenever it's happened. But I haven't gotten a migraine in like years, like a number of years now. Um, I also have pretty bad allergies. So Sunday morning, talking with the wife, I'm like, hey, I want to pick up nasal spray, like that hardcore nasal spray that you could just, right up the nose. Because I use, and I just use tablets. I take Zyrtec or Claritin, whatever you want to call it. I take that stuff, and that usually does it for me. But it's just really bad. It's been really bad this year. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and try the nasal spray stuff. So I take the nasal spray stuff, and then we go out to get a bagel, whatever. I went and got a bagel. As we're in line, I'm starting to feel symptoms of getting a migraine headache. Like it's a trip for those who don't get migraines. Well, lucky you, but your vision starts to get blurry, like in spots. It's called a halo. or there are different terms about it, where like different parts, like imagine different parts of this screen are blurry, but the other parts are perfectly clear. But this blurriness, it like moves about, it just moves about your field of vision, and it's super disorienting. And that's pretty much the sign that, hey, you're gonna get a fat ass migraine in like half an hour. And sure enough, like half an hour later, migraine symptoms hit in, which is just this intense pain and nausea. And yeah, so I take these precautions where I'll take, as soon as I get symptoms, like everything stops. The day is ruined. I gotta I gotta head home, get into a bed, and stay there. Take certain kinds of meds to manage it, and thankfully the meds, I did have meds on me, and that helped out a lot. And then I'm just stuck in bed the whole time, and that has me out for pretty much the whole day. And then the whole next day I'm also pretty much like useless. I don't want to move, I barely want to do anything, and all that. But at the same time I'm like, should put the mage tower still up. So I'm like, so here I am literally burying High Lord Cruel and skeletons in my corpses, just hoping that one of these attempts, one of these half-ass attempts that I'm making, I've got to get it down. It's gonna happen. And I was starting to recover at the same time, and I can tell, but still, like, it just wasn't enough. I was totally not on my game, or maybe I was, and maybe I'm lying to myself. But I can't deny the fact that I got over like a super intense, debilitating migraine, at the time. So I guess I blame that, and as usual, the lack of skill and all that, because I have everything. I got like the good gear. I got a Cephas legendary the other day, and yeah, I had all the DPS legendaries that I needed to get it down. It's just that I am a little bit more fragile since I'm rocking Seraphim, and it took me a while to just kind of get used to the routine of having to. Oh, inventory's full. I had to get used to the routine of being a little bit more squishy, but doing a lot more output. So I'm just pretty bummed out about that. Hopefully next time when the tower comes out, it'll be my day. It'll be my day. I hope there's not another nerf though. God, I would feel even more insulted, getting it down so late. But I guess the big goal is, as long as I get it before the Tombstone Garrus raid comes out. As long as I get it before TOS comes out, then I'll feel okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna continue. Learning Seraphim and the ways of DPS tanking, which I still don't like, but I'm gonna force myself to get used to it because that's the biggest hurdle right now. Yeah, it's an aura migraine. Carol, when I first started getting these migraines, it was in. I think there was a thing that really set off the cat. Said, here we go with personal stories. So once upon a time, many moons ago, I got a concussion, and I can't believe I'm telling this story. So one day I wake up. I'm in my room. I wake up. This is like a long time ago. This is like 20 years ago now. Fuck me. This is a long ass time ago. I'm in bed, and all of a sudden I'm sitting up. And let me try and do this for like dramatic effects. I'm like sitting up, and then all of a sudden it's black, darkness. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck around and do that. It's black. It's pitch black, and I was still like kind of woozy, or I was still kind of groggy and out of it, and so I thought I was dreaming. I was like, whoa, this is a trip. I can't feel anything around me. And I felt so confused that and I thought I was dreaming. I for whatever reason I started to trip out. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And then the first thing I did, I took off running. I'm in my room. I feel like I'm floating, and the first thing I do was immediately start running. So the first thing I did when I started running, I tripped over like an ottoman or a stool or something that I had. tripped over something, fell over, and I busted the bridge, the bridge of my nose, like right here, against the corner of my dresser, just like bam, and I just flew back as if I got like kicked in the head. I flew back and I just hit the floor and I was out cold. I don't know, and right before, okay, I wasn't hit out cold because I hit the floor and then I looked up and then I saw like my window and I saw the moon from the window and all that stuff, and I saw like my clock radio. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, I was apparently wrong, and then I passed out. I wake up a couple hours later, and I feel like shit. It's like the most terrible feeling in the world because I'm probably having a concussion. Um, my mom's, I crawl over to my mom's room, and no, no, no. See, I even have bad memories of this right now. It's been so long. I try to make breakfast because I'm like, okay, I got class today. I gotta, start prepping myself for the day. Trying to make ramen, and I'm struggling. I can't, I barely make the ramen, and I don't even eat it. I just kind of sit there staring at the bowl. I'm like, fuck this. This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. I tell myself, and so I crawl over to my mom's room, and I'm crawling at this point. I feel awful. And I say, Mom, something's wrong. I don't feel right. She thinks I'm tripping, like I'm trying to get out of school. Asian mom, you know. What are you doing? You're trying to get out of school and blah blah blah. Ah, there's the accent leaving now. But I got out of school. And my mom's, she's like, yeah, she's like tripping out at this point. She's like, "Oh my God, my son's dying," and blah blah blah. So basically, I'll just cut to the end of that. I had a concussion, and I think after that, that's when I started to occasionally get migraines. So yeah, but as for my raid schedule, no. It's been years since I've had a migraine actually, until now, and I think the direct cause is from the nasal spray that I took because whenever this does happen, I have to document everything, everything that I do in order to try to figure out the cause. And for the most part, my migraines are caused by stress. Okay, not exactly stress, but the relief of stress. So if I'm put into a stressful situation and I'm just kind of like, and I'm not really able to deal with it, like of course I'll live through I'll live through the experience. But then after that, there's a period of decompression where you're de-stressing, or where you're like, whew, like a sigh of relief, like you're just passed an important test or a job interview or something like that. And that feeling, without remembering all the terms and all that around it, that feeling of de-stressing can potentially cause a migraine. So that's how I get migraines. So the way that I have to deal with it is mostly by mental control while I'm in those stressful situations, so that I just manage stress better. And and, and you know and especially because my car got fucking hit and run yesterday. I have to manage that and keep my cool. Otherwise, I'm gonna give myself another migraine. Good afternoon, Trapper Garage. I know I'm coming in late, but good to see you, dude. um but yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten a migraine like during a raid. I think I've had like intense headaches and stuff. No, actually, I think I did have a migraine. This was back during probably Wrath of the Lich King days. I think I remember Ulduar as it's probably around that time because I remembered while we were progressing through Ulduar way back in the ancient days, in Wrath of the Lich King days. So many people on my team that we were like having like all these different kinds of problems that were preventing us from raiding or preventing us from doing the next pull. It's like, oh my God, my cat's on fire, my house is on fire, I have a migraine. I one of my guys was like, hey, I'll be right back, guys, and then we just didn't see him like at all, and we thought he just like bailed. But he was still online. He was still in raid, and he finally came back. We're like, dude, what was going on? He's like, oh yeah, Grandma had me dig a hole. We're like, what the fuck? It's like raid time, and you have to freaking dig a hole. But it's not like I haven't done that. Like I had one raid during Cataclysm. Yeah, I remember this was Blackwing Descent back in Cataclysm days, and we're progressing. We're just trying to get through either the normal or the heroic version of no, it's probably not the heroic version, but just the normal version of Omnitron Defense. We're just progressing through that, and my brother-in-law, he calls me down. He calls me downstairs. He's like, "Hey, brother, you want to get it? You want to have a drink with me?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, dude." So I tell the right, "Hey, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna get a drink." I come back like every 15 minutes. I'm downstairs, and I come back. I come back to the raid every 15 minutes. I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm still doing this and this with my brother-in-law. I'll be right back. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'll check in a little bit." So the raid was like, "Okay," and so the raid just waited for an hour and a half. They were just like chilling, goofing around, wondering where kind of wondering where I'm at, kind of not because they know where I'm at because I'm checking in, and by the time this hour and a half passes by, I finally come back and I'm like, "I'm back, guys," and I'm like, "I'm back, guys. Let's do this, woo!" That kind of thing, and then we one-shot it. The next attempt we kill it. So that's one of the running jokes. It's like, hey, maybe Soul should just like go AFK for like an hour and a half, get hammered, come back, and then we'll do some progression. Yeah, that's the cool thing about. I guess that's the cool thing about being able to just kind of talk with you folks, and that's the cool thing about having a guild. That's a pretty awesome thing about having a guild like PAL. So it's that we can just kind of share so many different. What the hell is the thing? We can share so many different stupid stories, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. All right, but I'm doing these. I'm taking way too long to do these. I got plenty of time though. I got an hour and some. All right, let's do some work. Kill some shit. At the very least, when I went grocery shopping today and I had to crawl into my car through the passenger side, just small things. I go pick up some ice cream because it's gonna be hot this week. And if you guys haven't noticed, you might be hearing some weird noise in the back while I'm talking. That's my AC going, and thankfully I was able to get the sound going in such a way that it's not gonna be like that annoying, like you can't hear it if I'm not talking, right? So anyway, I'm at the grocery store. I'm getting some ice cream, and that's all I got. I'm just getting some ice cream, and I look, and for whatever reason, the damn place is packed. I'm like, holy shit! So I just get in line, and I see like these two big ass carts in front of me. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna take a long time. Dude, dude in front of me, he's like, "Hey, is that all you got?" And I'm just have like these little cartons. I'm like, "Yeah, that's all I got." He's like, "Hey, dude, go ahead and go in front of me, man." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you." And then the lady in front of him, she's like, "Oh, well, shoot, if that's all you got, yeah, go ahead and go in front of me too." So I'm like, "Hey, that's really nice of you folks. Thank you very much." And that was it. That's the story. So I guess I'm just saying, hey, it's small victories. Small victories like that go a long way. So I'll something like that. I'll pay it forward. If I get an opportunity to be like, hey, that's all you got, go ahead and go in front of me, man. That's cool. Because after having, there are a lot of problems in the world, but I say I still say I had a rough couple days compared to my normal days. It's nice to have that little silver lining, and now and right now it's cool that I can tell the tale, share it with you folks, socialize, be a part of the community, etc., etc. No, it's fine. To be honest, I consider the guild successful because we haven't broken up yet. we're still kind of together. We still got people logging on every now and then. So yeah, I take no offense to that at all. Gul'dan nerfs. Oh, that's right. He did get nerfed. Elsan Gul'dan got nerfed a little bit. I think that was a response to. I think that was a response to the Q&A last week. People were asking, hey, any plans on doing any additional nerfs? And part of me thinks to myself, well, shoot, every day the place gets nerfed because every day you're getting a little bit of artifact power, a little bit of this and that to Uh-oh, I'm like lagging out now. You know, you're getting a little bit of artifact power, a little bit stronger, a little bit, you know, whatever. Um, and 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 from a design standpoint, I think that's a pretty damn brilliant system. That the fact that you are getting little increments of power these days, and that is, you know, that in a way is slowly helping folks get along with you know, with their progression. Now, of course, these targeted nerfs, I don't have a good perspective on them, but at least from the feel of the of the higher end of the rating community, you know, like progression raiders, but not exactly competitive raiders. I think these nerfs were probably needed in order to, you know, get to that next step. So hey, good for everyone. Um, Given that it's May now, I don't know if that was too soon, but I don't think I'm gonna complain. I'm sure the only people that would be complaining about it, and understandably they would, be the people that were just like really pushing and pushing and progressing. And um, now it feels like some of that progression is taken away because targeted nerf. It's like, oh well, shit. Okay, now it's like damn near trivial. I do like the change to the Ellison fight though, the bubbles and all that stuff. I think that's a pretty welcome change, because I don't know if for folks that have seen my raid streams, like sometimes we'll, you know, there are a lot of times, and I think this is how it goes. Ooh, look at that bug! These guys are tripping. Bum, bum, ba, da, da, da. Anyway, quiet these guys out. I know that for like Ellison, both at my level and I'm pretty sure for higher end guilds, killing that damn blue marshmallow fucker is not good you're because the bubble doesn't last long enough, and that's hella annoying. It's really annoying when you got to be like, hey, slow deeps, because that's gonna cause problems. It's not a good feeling. So, what's up, Rise and Shadow? Um, I'm good. Kind of. I'm better. I'm better. Oh, Highbot. Yeah, Highbot. Highbot is just a hectic fight, and that no, you know, regardless of your gear level, it just feels like you have to be a little bit. It just feels like you have to be a little bit careful because of the whole targeting thing. Um, the targeting of those ads, those little plant shits, and how you can't have everyone just stacked because otherwise everyone's gonna get caught in the thing, and then that's kind of a pain. I don't know how to adjust it though. I don't know what ideas I would have to do that. Please have more boss fights like Gul'dan. I don't I don't know, like I don't know, tribe, like we had a more optimized time to lust. Like before we did it at the start, just so we can get through that first phase a little bit faster. But then we didn't have it, but we did, but at the time we were going slow enough that we would pop a second lust. I think that's how it went. But then after a while, as we started to progress, we found that we got through phase one just fine without it. Um, I thought about trying out phase two, you know, lusting through that to make it faster, but that didn't seem very. I never brought it up. I was just kind of on the fence about it, so I never brought it up. Phase three, though, we were pretty specific as to when to pop it. We pop it in last phase, right after the second Storm of the Destroyer, because right when that Storm of the Destroyer pops up, sorry, I have my eyes closed trying to visualize this. Right after that second Storm of the Destroyer pops up, Gul'dan will warp to the primary tank, which is Shad, my druid tank, but he'll poop out an eye right then and there. And of course, since we ran out for Storm of the Destroyer, no one's really close to that. So we try to make up that time by lusting for that eye, kill that, and then proceed to slaughter the boss. And that's what's worked out for us mostly. Anyway, let me get caught up with this chat stuff. Yeah, there are still girls who barely got through heroic Nighthold. I mean, that the ones that are going much slower than mine, than mine did, or even slower. They might not be able to get through it at all. And I think that's important to preserve that. There, there are players that are just not as good as other players. I wiped on the damn mage tower like 400 times so far. I've gotta, and so I admit to myself, I ain't the best. There's definitely a limit to my skill that can only be surpassed by getting like ridiculous amounts of gear that's gonna come in the tomb, and it might take that long. Hopefully not, and I'm gonna keep trying it in the meantime. But I think it's important to acknowledge that there are less skilled players out there that are nonetheless still challenged, and as long as everyone has an opportunity to feel that way, to feel challenged, and feel like they're making these bits of progression and feel fulfilled when they nail that win, that's good. That's healthy for the game. It's when you get folks that are like, oh, you only rate normal shit and you're struggling. Wow, you must suck. I think that's a clash of perspectives that doesn't really need to happen because nothing comes out of it. It's all just negativity that comes out from those sorts of conversations. It's not cool. And I think that for the most part, just stick to your own bubble. I guess I think the difference there, and something that I don't understand very well, are pugs, the pug life, and all the social nuances that come from that. To me, that's a hard life. It's a hard life, and it sucks. I hope I never have to like get stuck like having to deal with that on a regular basis. I just want to stick with my guild and enjoy doing the things that we like doing, and that's it. It's all good, tribe. Hopefully, you have a good one at work, dude. So, John, I'm doing all right, dude. I'm doing all right. I had a kind of a long weekend, long past couple days. Hopefully, things will just get better. That's it. I'm still feeling out of it, man. I'm like trying to fight sleep, and try not to sleep too much. I'm not very good at sleeping very much. I just can't. It's not even insomnia. It's just if I sleep too much, I just do not feel good. It baffles my wife. She's like, how do you go with only sleeping for like 5 hours and feeling okay? I'm like, I don't know, but if I sleep for more than 7, I feel like shit. I feel like crap. Like I barely want to, be active and do anything. Well, Legendary Bronze. I guess it does depend on what people want too. When people want more than what the guild that they're in, when they want more than what the guild can offer them, of course they're gonna move on, and the popular paradigm right now, the popular culture is to go out and pug and curate the group yourself. Curate for yourself. Did I get credit? No, I don't think I did. Shit. The popular thought is to curate your own group and go from there. That's fine. That's totally fine. I think it's hard and it's something that I don't like, but I do think it's fine. Um, that's that's all I'm trying to say. Um, Most guilds are by that, under that mindset. Most guilds do suck because now you're dealing with a group. Now you're dealing with people that you have that you're the AC turned up. Now you have to deal with people that you got to deal with, and that's not easy either because you got to get to know these people. You got to develop a relationship with these people, and for some folks, that's not cool. For some folks, it's no. I don't got time for that. I just want to play. I just want to play the game. I just want to match make and get like the best group that I can possibly get, and I'll do everything that I can to do that by um, looking for by filtering through high item level, by filtering through ahead of the curve achievement, and so on and so forth. All that stuff is okay. The experience sucks. The mindset behind it is okay because that's just what you got to do in order to find a successful group. you don't want to set yourself up for failure no matter what, right? I don't. But I don't exactly set myself up in, I don't set my team to, progress past a certain point. I don't make that I don't make that important as relationship building. So as long as I said it in a video way back, but as long as the expectations are set, this is what kind of guild this is, and these are the things that we're going to do, versus this is what we're going to do. It's the difference between, well, for me and my guild, it's mostly about sticking together, hanging out, building a relationship, being tight. Playing the game is important because that's what brings us together, obviously. But I don't pressure, I don't put in that sort of pressure with folks and make the game become a problem. That people have, or I don't let the game create problems in the relationship between people in my guild, because it's not as important. For some folks, it is, and for that, there are other guilds out there that do it, and I think that's something that I want to try to understand more, because I see that progression based guilds, they pop up a lot and they crash and burn fairly quickly as soon as the either as soon as the objective is complete, and maybe they'll stick around, maybe they won't, maybe they'll try to move up into bigger and better things. They want to go higher and higher and higher. They want to reach that next level. That's something that I acknowledge, but I just don't understand very well. I'd like to get more insight on that, because for me that's not the game. For me, it's people. It's not exactly that. It's not exactly the World of Warcraft and getting the best gear and getting the achievements and all that. I'm like ranting a lot, huh? I tend to rant during the morning shows. To me, the very least, guilds should offer some form of structured content. I agree. Uh, I do agree. I mean, I hold my scheduled stuff, and that's it. It just depends on what we do. Like this week is probably going to be what we've been doing, mostly all progression, people just messing around with classes that classes and specs that they've been wanting to, and seeing how that flies. I because wait, hold on. I want to turn my AC back on. It's like immediately getting warm in here, and it sucks. Yeah, my AC does that. It like fucks everything. Anyway, so um, let's see. Blah blah blah. Offer some form, structured content. I said that I agree with that. Um, I avoid posting LFR like the plague necessary, even sometimes I agree with the outlook. It's just all about finding the right guild. It is all about finding the right guild. If you can't find the right guild, then you're stuck in the pug world, or you quit. Simple as that, dudes. Um, and for those of you who have watched me and know my thought process, Okay, cool. I appreciate that, Kara. I'm always paranoid about the sound checks and stuff. So anyway, um, oh shit, I had a good thought. Oh, for those of you folks who have been listening to me and watching my work, that I have an agenda. That it's like I don't preach about it all the time, but I do a lot where I'm just like, we need a way to better set up guilds. We need a more we need a more better way. We need a better way for players to find guilds and for guilds to find people. Right now, it's a shitty communication cycle that doesn't allow for people to find the right group for them, the right long term group. It's easy. It's hella easy for me to hit the Q button and get into a heroic or LFR, or choose between whatever in the group finder, but from there, it's just kind of left to the wind as to whether or not that develops into an actual relationship or not, because it might not. But it's but as a stepping stone, while that's there, it doesn't do enough. Some folks aren't into like, okay, I gotta get into this group and then talk with this person if I enjoy the experience. It's like, what if you just want to find someone and apply to them because you heard something cool about this guild, or um, something like that, or even more so, like I would love it if, hold on, let me open the guild thing and the info thing. I would love, okay, here's a request that I noticed only now from 15 days ago, and it doesn't say anything. All I know is that, oh, they want to do questing, dungeons, raids, and PIV. They're available on weekdays and weekends, but they don't know my raid time. Well, do they know my raid time? Yeah, I do have my raid time in there, so maybe they read it, maybe they didn't. I have a feeling they didn't. 9:30 over there? Dang, it's not 9:30 over there. It's 12:30 in the afternoon over here, Anthony. Yeah, like, but yeah, I this tells me nothing. This tells me nothing. But even worse, I'd love to be able to, like, I have this recruitment shit or whatever. I want like a search button, like right there, and then I just like search based on parameter this, parameter that, and then I can just look through a bunch of people that aren't in a guild, or maybe they are in a guild and they're interested in jumping ship or moving on to greener pastures, so to speak, and then reach out to them, just communicate to them. Hey, what's up, buddy? I heard you're looking for, Taylor Swift fan club. I'm a Taylor Swift fan club. Let's do this. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm Taylor Swift. I know. Anyway, whatever. Joke's over. But that's what I'd love to have. I'd love to have like a communication tool that allows people to find each other better. Right now, it's not. Fucking sucks. I had to edit that out of the video because I was pissed off. I'm like, it fucking sucks. I was pretty pissed. Ah, man. And third party sites just don't do it because everyone needs to participate in it. There's a first party site that could be right here, and it's not. Let's get out. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm motherfucking mod depends on the guild you're in, the people you play with. I totally agree. Unless you like playing by yourself, then you're fine. Then yeah, sure, the whole single player mentality that people harp on about. Some people like that. That was hell. That was my vanilla experience, and I'll talk about that in a bit. And over the expansions, more and more things have been added to make plugin easier, like group bind. Yeah, what to do? In-game guild finder is horrible. Yes, it is horrible. While the guild interface hasn't been updated at all and quite little uses, absolutely. Just spam trade chat. Pfft, I have, and sometimes you get lucky. Like my current co-tank, he's been with us for a year and some change now, and he's solid. He does his job, and so I'm happy with that. So I'm cool. Anyway, my vanilla experience. I'm probably gonna speak to this again in some published video, but I hear so much about like Nostalrius or whatever the fuck private server is the hotness right now. Oh, everyone's going here because the community is great and blah blah blah. And vanilla, they call it vanilla, I call it classic. Vanilla was so much better because you had to group up with people to get anything done, and it forced a community. No, it didn't. Not for me. I was not that kind of person at all during classic WoW. I was a loner. I was absolutely alone. I wasn't a guild, but that was a lie. That's just kind of that's kind of a cop out. I was in a guild, but I didn't talk to anyone. No one talked to each other. It kind of sucked. So for the most part, I did everything by myself. Dungeons, didn't bother with dungeons. I skipped every dungeon from Ragefire Chasm to Wailing Caverns and all that stuff. Like most of the dungeons, I never even looked at or heard of, until Burning Crusade. because that was the kind of player I was. I was a warlock, by the way. I was a warlock, and all I did really was I soloed everything. Elite quests, I can just chain fear. I kept chain fearing stuff and dotting things up until it died, and if I and I would continually like sacrifice my pets, my void walker to get shit killed, and that's just how it was for me. So yeah, the people that say, oh yeah, villains like this and this and this, yeah, it was for them. Cool, you can't take that away. But vanilla for me was very very different, and you can't take that away either. It's exactly legendary, bro. It's a game where you get what you put in. I didn't put in the effort at all to do anything social. I just wanted to explore the game and have a good time and blah blah blah. If I didn't have a guild now, one, I'd be in a lot of trouble. I would be much less motivated to play the game because of the way my mindset is right now. But if I was alone, then yeah, I'd be playing like every single class, and I'd be doing all sorts. I'd be doing all sorts of different things because I have the freedom to do so. I'm not held back by anything. No one's expecting me to do anything. I don't have to go for like all this mythic shit that people are trying to sell me on. Oh well, mythic is like the best content. You gotta do it. No, I don't. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I will. I'm gonna dick around. I'm gonna pet battle like 26 hours a day because that's my game. If I wanted it to be, I decided many moons ago that yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take over Prisoners of Warcraft, and I'm going to not let it die. and not even I'm gonna make it great. Nah, that's not the mission. That's not my primary objective. I just want to keep things going and have a place for people to come in and hang out and struggle at raiding for a little bit. Because man, if you guys see the raid streams, it feels like every week is progression. It's not even, oh well, Nighthold's not feeling fulfilling because of Titanforge and all that stuff. No. Get a team like mine that somehow makes progression feel like that somehow makes farm nights feel like progression, like week after week, and you'll find a small appreciation of raid difficulty. I know I'm kind of shitting on them, but nah, whatever. They're cool. Alright, let's get this shit done. Man, I'm still pissed about that mage tower, man. 4%. I got that motherfucker down to 4%. I had all my cooldowns lined up and everything, but that nether stomp, dude. For those of you who have done that, that are doing or have done the tank artifact challenge, fuck nether stomp, dude. To me that's like the killer skill. It's not annihilate, it's not the Healy thing. Well, the Healy thing is a big pain in the ass. There's like this self-heal thing that that High Lord Cruel, the last boss, that he does. That's not that, but none of that is as bad as motherfucking nether stomp. That thing is cancerous shit, and I hate it so much. More crap to get rid of. Yeah, I know my inventory is probably like radiation poisoning right now, but whatever. I'll take care of that when I take care of that. Fighting progression rating is quite easy without progress. What lesser guilds in terms of progress, just casual guilds, etc. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Harold. Because at the higher end, you kind of know where they stand, but on the lower end, you don't know how much they're struggling. Well, okay. Well, I guess that kind of goes with either type of raid or either type of raid group, but it's just harder to tell as you go further and further down. Like, you don't know if that guild happens to be like dead. You just gotta reach out. If only there was a way to easily reach out. Anyway. Yeah, but I was fun right there. I didn't really understand what dungeons were back in vanilla either, but if it was a tunnel where I just got bossed around a lot. Bossed around a lot? By who? You're your own person. That's cheesy to say, but you know what I mean. See, look at this. I need to buy. See, these two columns were full of old war, and I used all of it. Man, I suck at this game. Sometimes I just suck at this game. All right. I tell myself I'm a director. I'm not a performer. Let's see. There's other stuff I wanted to put in here. I just need to put stuff away. I got like way too much junk up in her. Ooh, I got prepared ingredients. All right, let's see. All right, guys, let's see what sort of disappointment awaits me. Well, let me open that up. Where is it? Prepared ingredients. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Oh, it requires cooking fire. You son of a bitch. All right, round 2. Prepared ingredients gets me Nightborn delicacy platter. Man, fuck no me, dude. Anyway. For me, why there's no better feeling than killing them with the end boss. You have White More 200 times, but the current state of the game is much more tailored to the regular night normal slow heroic raider. And that's makes you feel bad. That's cool. That's cool, legendary. I'm my wife and whole socializing with people blaming each other and breaking gets me down, so I'm going there really because everyone seems to be an expert in some way or shape. So I don't want to play the game or trying to do whatever it was. Yeah, like it depends. Like I'd say that when you do get to the higher mythic level, I notice, I don't know, but I notice there's just a lot more alphas in those kinds of guilds. People that are good should be good at their class and know how to play the game, but then you get the clashing of paradigms and ideas and opinions and stuff that should be constructive, but then it turns from, hey, one opinion here and one opinion here. It turns from opinions, they start clashing. Instead, it clashes together like, no, these are my facts and these are your facts and your facts are wrong and and then it gets stupid. That's what forums are like most of the time, right? People don't really want to discuss on a forum. They just want to express themselves and express and put down other folks that they disagree with or they feel that are wrong, whether it is factually wrong or they just share the opposite opinion. I think people have kind of blurred that distinction between facts and opinions. It kind of sounds familiar with certain ideologies in the world these days. I feel like a lot of people have the wrong idea about guilds. Not all are try hard. Most of them joke around all the time. They don't see stuff like the Rignaro's Rage. I don't know what that is. Video, and I think that represents all. Oh, that thing. Represents all of the guilds. You're right. And it depends. I mean, there is a simple collection of talented folks that are all in one place that don't commit to tens of hours a week into raiding. Ooh, 10 minutes. There are people who don't dedicate that sort of time to raiding. I think that there is I don't know if there's a rise, but I think there's a certain prominence of 6-hour mythic guilds that are popping up, which is a 2-day, 3-hour per day mythic raid guild. But of course, apart from the scheduled stuff, they'll still do activity. Most of the time, they'll still do activities, or maybe they're just encouraged to do activities outside of raid to help bolster their characters before the scheduled raid time, and then from there it's just kind of like do shit whenever you can. But it depends. That's all I'm saying, because there's there's one type of player and there's one type of guild and there's another type of guild. It's just a matter of, well, which one, which do you want to be a part of? Do you want to be a part of the culture that where you're beat like a drum and then you're yelled at all the time whenever you're screwing stuff up? Not everyone's up for that. Some people are, because they find that to be effective. and that's cool. If it wasn't effective at all, then you wouldn't see that kind. Then you wouldn't see successful guilds like that. I think by my observations, though, I've seen that those kinds of guilds tend to not last as long. It's only when you get to a certain level. It's when you become a top 10 guild. You start getting sponsors. There are certain other pressures and other things that keep you engaged and motivated to do well. So yeah, you're gonna craft the whip because there's shit on the line, man. You're trying to make a living as a sponsored raider or a streamer or something like that. So it depends. See you later, Anthony. You have a good one, man. Malta. I'm not aware. Um, yeah, I am not aware of what's going on in Malta. Now I'm a little curious. Maybe I'll look that up later. 3 raids a week is pretty much the current standard unless you start pushing top 100. Yeah, and so I think that there's a thing with the perception of, hey, what is a mythic guild? Is a mythic guild like the type is like Exorcist and Method and Serenity and whatnot? No, absolutely not. I mean, the server that I'm on has a whole ton of guilds that are doing like mythic stuff, but most of them are also like 2 day a week 6 hour guilds, or 3 days 6 hours, and from there it's like preference. That's it. It's just, what do you prefer? Do you have the time? Do you have the time to commit to this kind of raid schedule? Yes, no. Okay, cool. There's your qualifier. Choose the thing that you're going to. Oh, sorry. Choose the thing that you're going to do. Simple as that. It's the. I guess the only problem that I have, it's not even really a problem, but the observation that I have that makes me unhappy is seeing people dog on each other because they have different ideologies that don't align with them, and people like to call that wrong somehow. Like, I shouldn't be playing like this. I recall in one of those rare moments, I was watching an Asmongold stream because I don't watch very many streamers. Period. Ha, that's funny, right? He was talking with somebody. I don't know who it was, but he was talking about. I guess he was talking about the different kinds of mentality that he had in his guild. I forgot the name of the guild, of Asmongold's guild, but I think it had something to do with a video that he published just a little while ago, which I've also not seen, that talks about why he almost quit mythic raiding and stuff, because he was mad. Like I think the gist of it was he was trying to they're progressing on heroic Gul'dan or mythic Gul'dan. I'm sorry, they failed for whatever reason, and he was pissed. And I think. I don't know. I think that I don't know. I don't know quite what to think about that. But I mean, that kind of stuff just happens. You sometimes you have bad nights, but for him it just seemed like he was having a really hard time. With it. What am I doing in here again? And then I finished. Oh, I finished there. Shit. Kieran Daly's killed your guild. What the fuck? I hope that's a joke. Come on, let me get out of here. I gotta go. That hell could have log guilds because so many people in our guilds just burned up because of AUP legendary and they go ahead and simply I'll just too hard. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I was around to at least observe the difficulties that players were having back in BC days, with the difficulties on like Kael'thas and the difficulty of the Sunwell and how it and the weird things that players did in order to succeed there that you can't do now, like class stacking and I think this had stopped by then. I don't remember, but things like pumping your team full of soul stones before a raid by having another raid buff them, and I don't remember when that was a thing, but I remember it was, which is funny. And you know, I don't mind that, Harold. Like, but of course I'm not, you know, I'm not there. So definitely feel free to disagree. But I think that's okay. I think there should be kind of a, to be honest, I think there should be kind of a humbling where it's like, okay, there should, you know, there might be difficulty spikes that are a bit too intense, and that's why Blizzard has been, you know, made some of the changes that they've made lately. Um, but I don't think there should be like, well, by average, guilds should wipe, you know, about 150 times or so before they get this mythic boss because of course because metrics. Um, I don't think measurements should be. I don't think measurements like that should be made. I think that sometimes it should be just too hard, and then you got to think long and hard about like big changes you want that you have to make. Um, in order to get over that next hurdle. I think that's one of the realities of WoW that have been lost over time, where sometimes you just can't. Um, you know, maybe this other difficulty is more your style, and I don't know. I think my sense of thought there is probably a bit warped there, but I think that players they expect I think they expect victory a bit too much. What are these eggs? I'm supposed to blow up eggs? Oh shit! I'm like killing dudes, and that's right. I have to kill these stupid eggs in the things. Yeah, I remember this one. That witch matron had like a 10-minute respawn or something the other week. And I think this is the first time that we've seen this quest since. Oh, hell no. Get on my face. I'm busy. Got shit to do, man. Anyway. That I agree with you, Harold. Because of... I mean, a lot of it is a fault of, like, Titan Forge and stuff. Because you have a raid that is, you know, it's geared a certain way, but you have people that are walking in with a lot of gear that is of the equivalent item level, whether they got it, you know, whether they got it, oh, and because it's Titanforged, they could have gotten it from anything. They could have done it from like Titanforged normal dungeons or raid finder or whatever, and that's why I have such a gripe with Titan Forge as a whole. Like, it's just too powerful. If they nerf the maximum item level that it gives, I think that would go a long way towards raid balance. It would allow Blizzard to not have these kinds of unforgivable fuck you mechanics that are meant to destroy you regardless of the gear that you have. I think that having them in there is okay though, because I don't think you should be able to otherwise cheese things with, you know, just by having like really high DPS or healing or whatever. But I think that I think that it's gone a little bit too far to one side because Titan Forging has prevented mechanics from behaving a certain way. What am I doing in here? Okay, I'm just like clicking things in a thing. Why is it like all whatever? I finished. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 things. Oh, I gotta do that too. Do I have time? I don't know. Let's find out. Time was, of course, applies pretty much all done. Yeah, you're right. Well, pretty much. Not 100%. Because even on heroic, while there's so many things that you can effectively power through, some things not really. You know, and I'm talking about any raid, not just Nighthold, but anything that has like a one-shot mechanic or something that by design you're just not supposed to, like, you're not supposed to eat it in the face. Like what's it, like Ultraxian? You know, you got to have these certain people go outside or whatever. I forget exactly how all the mechanics work, but you have to do the fight a certain way. Otherwise, people are going to die, no matter how much you're powering through an encounter. Um, that's a that's all I'm saying. But I do think that Nighthold has a bit too much of that. Artifact system, legendaries, making class, all that stuff was fine for the average Joe normal hero creator. Yeah, I agree with you on that because for us, for my group, yeah, we eventually get stuff done because we eventually get better gear and so on and so forth. With Mythic, you're already there. You're already at the peak because you already have like these legendaries and and at high AP and stuff like that. So all you're left with now are very unforgiving encounters that don't give a shit what kind of gear you have. Stuff is still gonna jack you up the way I see it. Now, legendary, I think it's fine that older raids, aren't really worth it, but people still go for people, have still been going, at least from what I've been seeing. People have been going for like the artifact power and stuff. Okay, I'm supposed to do something here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to tank them by the water, I think. Ah, fire! Did I die? No, I didn't die. Who the? I don't want a group of nobody. See, this is me when I'm alone. I'm like, no, you're not gonna group with me. Screw you. Screw all of you. I still have some of that. Uh, I still have some of that vanilla mentality. It's like I'm a tank. I don't. I know. I'm being selfish here. I really should, not be a jerk. Let him help DPS shit down, but I don't need you. You need me more, bro. Alright. Something the ever burning. Where you at? The thing was that preaches does point out the reason available data is much more forgiving for small fields, especially for small stronger outside. Hmm. I don't remember what. Well, yeah, well, I didn't. I don't think I watched the whole thing on what Preach had said. Assuming that you're talking about Preach's thing on Mythic Nighthold, I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about the fights themselves. Yeah, and of course, I'm only talking about it from a heroic perspective. So you need to help me out with that. So what does make something like Star Augur like so much less forgiving on Mythic or Elysion for that matter? Come here, hey dude, you're like dragging him away. All right. Ah. This buff lasts for a while, or this debuff lasts for a while. It's a minute. Sheesh. Get away! Oh, all this is increased damage? Oh, I thought it was a dot. I don't give a fuck then. Alright, next. Oh, 2,900. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, at least on heroic, Gul'dan is a lot harder than Elysion or Star Augur, but not but but not Highbot. Man, Highbot is we my guild struggles so hard with Highbot for our reasons, not because I don't think it's because it's actually that hard. I guess I'm just talking shit. Alright, what am I doing? Ancient Bones. Do you do Warcraft videos on the YouTube? Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, bones. Ancient Bones. You got this one down to 2%. Forgot to Arcane Torrent Scream and wipe. Damn, that sucks, AJ. Shit. Yeah, AJ, my best was 4%. Well, you probably saw me bitching earlier, dude. 4%. That's it, man. I'm so butthurt, man. And I killed like well over like 200 old war during this round. I feel bad. Nice SoulSoBreezy channel. I really enjoyed it. Nice content. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks. Well, I'm gonna take a quick glance at chat again. Alright, for instance, Premier Stalker, you get 3 kinds of sets. Debuff or 3 kinds. It says it 2, so it's usually a debuff and stack for the same weapon you stack with the wrong person. Or stand fast enough since 4 or 5 seconds. Damn! Damn! Okay, it was pretty tough. Yeah, AJ, like, I was still getting over the migraine, like, throughout all of yesterday, but I was, like, so goddamn stubborn. I was like, I should be recovering, but the mage tower's still up. So, and it was not, it was not a good idea for me to do it, because I'm like, I'll get to like phase 2, and then my heart will just be like boom, 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 like I'm doing progression of rating or something, and then after I wipe it, it'll just decompress. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch! I'll get hella mad and want to hit something and I don't. But yeah, I'm okay now. Hopefully on the next round, I'll be feeling better and I'll get it down. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of skill cap myself. Just my based on my own reaction time, things like that. I think I was really hitting my limits there. Hopefully I'll just get like some more gear or a better trinket thing to use, because I'm still not happy with the trinkets that I have. Hopefully I'll just get something better and that'll help push me over the edge. Or like a nice relic would be cool too. Oh, D's on too. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to finally start using weak auras again. Just because like this stuff on my screen, I guess I'm getting tired of some of the clutter here. I want to see if I can do something meaningful to clean it up and yeah, just make things a little bit more more manageable. I just need to figure out how to do it again. Setting up all the weak auras. I don't think I have any of my old shit anymore. Alright, 2 more things. A rare. No. Okay, 2 more things. 2 more dailies. And a rare. Cool. Yeah, my weapon's 920 something. 922. 922 right now. Yeah. So by tomorrow, or hell, it should be ready in a little bit, right? All right, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Another. I guess I should wait 9 minutes to do this one, huh? Yeah, I guess I should. How many resources do I got? 225 resources. Okay. I forgot again that the AP thing's about to go up. All right, so I'll finish this one, and then wait. Yeah. Then I'll wait. Get my knowledge level up. There's a PSA for you guys. Double check your knowledge things. Where is it? What did I do? Lady something, Fell Surge Naga. Aren't these Fell Surge Naga? I don't see them marked as a quest thing, but it is, so, oh well. Eh, well. Alright. Fuck him up. Yeah, I do want to get new trinkets. Like using the Horn of Valor is like pretty solid for the extra jeeps and stuff, but I'd love to get like just like something passive that I don't have to like wait and pop. Just not have. I'm still just not quite happy with those. So I'm just in the wrong position. The Horn obviously will just wreck you impossibly put the ad and stuff that it's on drops when she spawns. Yeah. But again, like I do like a good balance of stuff that you just should not be standing in that'll just like totally screw the raid over versus versus the things that you can just kind of heal through or otherwise kind of power through. Alright, missions. I have no missions in progress because there's like nothing good. Did I finish? Yes. No, I didn't finish. One more of them corruptor guys, which is this one. Woo! Alright. So I'll wait on that. I guess I'll just hearth back to the thing. Back to the old hall. Woo woo! One o'clock. Can I get 2 videos out today? Oh, today's a raid night, isn't it? Yeah, today's a raid night. No, I will not get 2. I will not get 2 videos out today. I will get 1. Alrighty. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna head out. Thank you to like, what was it? A couple folks. There was Harold. There was Tribe, Garage. There's Kara. Thank you, folks, for watching and keeping me company during this super late, pretty much afternoon or whatever the heck time it is, morning show. You can probably expect a normal broadcast tomorrow morning, but of course, in 6 or so hours, it's going to be raid time. It's just going to be a casual run and blow through of normal Nighthold, not normal Nighthold, of heroic Nighthold. I still don't know if I'm going to do a tank strike yet. I'm still thinking about it. I'm just thinking about not tanking this week or next week. I'm just not sure if I'm going to do it. So that'll kind of throw the guild into a lot of chaos. Yeah, that's cool, Harold. I appreciate it, man. It's good talking with you, and being able to listen and respond to folks that have thoughts. So yeah, see you later, legendary bronze. So yeah, raid's gonna be tonight. You can probably expect a short but sweet video. Probably today. I could probably get it done today unless I fall asleep or something stupid. Thanks a lot, Kara. Appreciate you dropping in, and everyone else who's been listening and watching and doing whatever. AJ, I guess I'll see you at raid tonight if you actually show up. Hopefully you will. But anyway, off I go. You guys have a good one. Have a good rest of the day or evening, and stay breezy.